there's a fan connected to that bathroom light. So I'm gonna go in the bathroom, it's gonna be loud, but I'm gonna hit y'all with some did you know moments because maybe you don't know. All right, if you splash stuff on the mirror, it's okay to go get your glass cleaner and clean it off. And if your wife asks you to get your water spots off the mirror, she's not being petty, because don't you like when the mirror is clean? So either she has to clean up after you, or you can clean up after yourself. She's not being petty, she just likes a nice house. Did you know? That's disgusting looking, right? It's disgusting, right? Isn't that nicer to look at? She's not being petty when she asks you to put the seat down. It looks nicer. If you have a pet, the pet's not drinking the toilet water, and according to the commercials, there's odors coming out of there. I don't know if this is sufficient to keep the odors from coming out. Just clean the toilet. But anyway, she's not being petty. Presentation. Did you know? When you leave your shit in the toilet, somebody's got to clean the shit out. Doesn't a clean toilet look nice? Why does your wife have to clean your shit too? So, or girlfriend, or spouse, stick it with me. Stick it with me. Stick it with me! Anyway, what I'm saying is, did you know that after you scrub the toilet, you just do a tap, tap, tap? Make sure it's clean water. So you flush it, then you clean it out. Tap, tap, tap. Less drippage. And now that thing isn't full of water, all right? So, not no huge splash your shitty water everywhere, but a little, just to get the excess water out. That way this thing isn't full of shitty water. Just a couple of things that you may not know. Your spouse is not being petty. Your spouse just wants a beautiful, vibrant home environment that you enjoy, but you have to be a part of keeping it clean. She's not your maid. They're not your maid. They are a person that equally appreciates a nice environment, but not because they have to clean up after you. And something that my dad's girlfriend's father taught me. I told you I was raised by a lot of people. He said, stop looking at yourself while you're brushing your teeth. That's why everything is on the mirror, because you're looking at yourself and it's splashing into the mirror. Face down, always point in the direction, like when you're throwing a ball, point in the direction you want it to go. Point your spittle in the direction that you want it to go, and you'll stop splashing the mirror. It's a pro tip for you. About the shitty water in the little cuppy cup. When you pull it out and you see the water in there, just pour it out. When you do your weekly clean or however you do your deep cleans, clean it out, because it starts to stink. And then there's a shitty smell in your bathroom, like, where is it coming from? It's the shitty pot you just left sitting next to your toilet because you don't clean the little pot out. Just like you clean your toilet, clean your toilet bowl cleaner and your plunger holder so that it doesn't leave a lingering shit water smell. Pro tip. And a pro tip, raise your children, your sons and your daughters, but more specifically your sons, because we have the issues with the men cleaning. Raise your children, there's fingerprints all over these pictures. Raise your children to clean properly. That way when they marry, and they clean to the highest possible degree. So when they marry, their spouse isn't trying to raise their standard of cleanliness because they already have a high standard of cleanliness. Also, when your spouse starts cleaning up after themselves, they start understanding you. So now they start developing empathy versus this person is nagging and this is why I'm cleaning up after myself. But if they start to understand, you know what, I do like a nice house. I am gonna look out for her by cleaning up after myself. And now they start seeing where you're coming from. They start feeling the pride point of, yeah, I did that. And then the issue kind of disappears. So it's all theory, depends on who you're working with. But most cases, once someone walks a day in your shoes, maybe a week, maybe a month, depends on how hard your egg is to crack, they start walking a little different. Pro tips. If you see something, do something. Don't just see it and leave it for someone else to do because you want your home to be beautiful too. Pro tip. Hey, real quick, wasn't sure if you knew, so I wanted to pop in and tell you. The microwave, when you cook, you hear it popping and doing all those things. Some people use little covers, so you can use that, but you still have to clean those covers off. So rinse it off after you dry the water off, and then put it back wherever it belongs. Put it back wherever it belongs. Don't just leave it somewhere. Put it back where it goes. Everything has a place. Everything in its place. Everything has a place. Microwave. After you're done using the microwave, and this is a fairly clean microwave, but if you look, there's still stuff in here. Do we leave it or do we clean it? My methodology in home living is I like my home to look like a model home. I know my present living space doesn't look like that because I had to lower my standards to my family standards because it was driving me crazy trying to maintain my standards and nobody else was doing it. Now I know with my children and my spouse if he chooses, but definitely with my children, I must teach them my level of standards because my level of standards came from growing up with an army man. Prior to that, I lived in a crack house, so we had the pissy mattress on the wall and everything. The rats and the roaches. So I come from two different standards of cleanliness, and I adapted and I thrive in the clean aspect. So cleaning these Airbnbs is like a dream for me because I'm like, yes, everything in its place, everything has a place. Back to the microwave. Just make it a standard practice after you use the microwave just to go in and wipe out whatever you left. Why? Because it's still wet, which means whoever does have to clean the kitchen for the night, and cleaning the microwave should be a part of the nightly cleaning of the kitchen. It's not all dried up and caked on. You did them a solid, and if it's you did yourself a solid. Just wipe it out so that it's clean, right? Clean looks better than dirty. And those little spots combined with other little spots, combined with other little spots, now we have a nasty ass microwave. And why do we gotta live like that? It's high time that we all come to a space of removing and releasing and moving past the energy of get somebody else to do it energy within our home. You have to do it. This is your home. Take pride in it. Well, this isn't my home. This is an Airbnb. But that is your home. Take pride in your home. Who else is going to do it? It's not all mom's job simply because she has a vagina, simply because she desired a family. But mom, it is also your job to gain the skills so that you can transfer the skills into your children and align with the spouse that is willing and able to learn your methodologies. Whoever has the highest standard, that's probably whose standard you should adapt. And we can always combine and compromise, right? Communication, compromise. What's the other C? Collaboration? I don't know, but there's a third C. And just so we're all on the same page, cleaning the microwave is clean the microwave. Clean all of the microwave, not just the inside, but all the places, especially around the handle, because that's where people with their dirty hands touch. Yes. Move, clean all around, boom, boom, but that's gonna be for nightly clean. That's the nightly clean. When you're using it, just make sure the inside's clean. Boom. Pro tip.